Well, good Friday, folks. Welcome back to another edition of Pharmacy Proud. This is the John and Dave show. I'm John.
I am, of course, Dave.
And we are Pharmacy Proud. Dave and I we do something that we think really helps us down the line, and we want to talk today about that, and that is
provider relationships. And when we think about provider relationships, we really think about the entire continuum of healthcare providers. That obviously includes your local GP physician in town. That includes prescribers, clinical staff, front of the house staff, if you want to call them. That even includes other pharmacies, doesn't it? Even pharmacies that you may not have a quote-unquote business or relationship with. We see any sort of opportunity to foster a positive relationship with a local provider as an opportunity for us to drive positive healthcare outcomes in our community.
Everyone can be a resource for you in your community, and certainly having that good rapport with the other pharmacists in town. It's not so much that they're your competitor, it's the company that they work for your competitor. So I know that I've often left work, we close at 6, I leave at 7, and at the Frizzle Fried pharmacist I've talked to all day, I've actually went and took her a Blizzard or something after work to help her get through her next 2 or 3 hours of work. And that often turns into, if they can't fix the problem, that they'll send them to me.
What I think a lot of our colleagues can sometimes miss is that any relationship that you can foster with anybody, be it a patient, which certainly is the thing that drives our day-to-day operations, but be it with another pharmacist in the community or be it with a healthcare provider in the community, there are no such things as negative relationships. There are only positive relationships. Any relationship that you can foster has the opportunity for you to be a virtuous and a beneficial relationship.
And it doesn't always have to be, you taking donuts into the doctor's office saying, hey, we're here, make sure you try to, we want to help the patients. It could be something that if you have an office that does a lot of Accutane prescriptions, you offer to make sure that you have sunscreen, that every patient that comes in gets a little bottle of sunscreen or something like that. It's those little things that make a big difference to those offices.
That's the thing that I feel like a lot of us, because we're so busy and so stressed out, and a lot of times whenever we're at work and we're dealing with things that come in the door constantly, and it can be very stressful for any of us. I know I love what I do, and I know you do too, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a bad day at work if it's a stressful day at work. Well, everybody has those. One of those things that I find that really drive me is the opportunity to know that whenever we can come up with a positive solution for somebody's issue or somebody's problems, we know that's going to come back to us, and we know that we're going to be used as a resource. I love being used as a resource by people. It's one of the things that gives me a great sense of pride, is that we have the ability and the motivation to find any sort of possible avenue to help a patient whenever they come in the door.
And I don't know a business out there that really picks and chooses who they want to serve. I know that every pharmacy that I've been into, that I've worked at, or that we're happy to take on all the problems. So if it's a problem too big for the big box store to take, we want us to be the first person they think to send it to. Dave, you made a comment there about resources. You don't go into a town and find the best car mechanic or the best plumber by looking in the yellow pages. It's always by word of mouth.
That's exactly right.
And we never get tired of hearing, hey, my so-and-so told me to come here. So.
Oh no, it's one of the things that brightens my day the most is whenever I see a new patient and they say, well, I talked to this person and last month you were able to do this for them, and that really spoke to me, and I thought, well, maybe I need to go see what these guys are all about. And whenever that happens, and it happens on nearly a daily basis, it seems like everywhere we go, it's moving. Like it tears me up a little bit sometimes, but I'm a little bit softy at heart, even under the best of circumstances. But it's. Go ahead.
Well, I think that we never want to look at anything as just a single transaction, but as the first opportunity. So keep that in mind when you're out there practicing in your own communities. who all can be out there. Again, it not always has to be the prescribing office in town. You could be a lot of people out there pitching for you.
Yeah.
So
Cultivate any relationship you can have like you would if you plant it in the ground as a seed. Turn your pharmacy into a pharmacy, if you will. Make sure that everybody knows that they're your number one priority when they walk in the door.
Right.
And you'll all benefit wildly from it, I think. I'm Dave, and I'm pharmacy proud.
And I'm John, and I too am pharmacy proud. Thank you.